you have no right to be depressed. I mean, what are you being depressed about? If you're not able to help, like you do not have the knowledge to help, don't make it worse. Why are you depressed? I mean, hey guys, welcome to my channel. I remember when I was in school, I think when I was in was it my 100 level and everything, I had to separate myself from some people because as a person who had suffered and come out from a place of depression, I had people who told me that I do not have a right to be depressed. Each time the whole conversation comes out and everything like that, like I don't go around telling people that I was suffering from depression. Not really. The reason why I even say it on the internet or things like that, it's because I feel like the things I've got to learn, the things I've got to experience can help others come out from depression, can help others in seeking healing for depression. But then I remember when I was younger and all conversation came out, and for the fact that this is somebody I trust and somebody that I needed their help. And I think one of the comments I got from that person was that you have no right to be depressed. I mean, what are you being depressed about? You are a child. You don't have to think of where to eat, where to sleep, where to do things like that. Basically, I am lucky enough to have parents who were able to provide for my basic needs, and I was able to go to good schools, growing up as a child. But then, I think when that thing was said to me, basically thought about it. For a while I felt guilty for the feeling depressed, and it made me shut myself out, made me not to talk about depression anymore, made me not to seek the help that I needed to seek for a period of time before it got to a stage that I really, like, it got really bad and I really needed to seek help. Why I'm sharing this is because I think there are a lot of people too that have been put in this position, because I remember when I started therapy, I think I was in my 400 level. That was about 4 years ago. I started therapy, and my therapist told me something. Thank God for my therapist, man. That is the most amazing therapist I've ever seen. I was so happy that she shared the same faith with me and things like that, and she came from the best part, which is the scripture. But then the other therapist, the main therapist, told me something. He said there is nobody that is not prone to mental health issue. Everybody is prone to mental health issue. My dear, if you think you are going through something and your issue is money, you think money can solve your issue. There are people working in the hospital. I have gotten to see people who have the money. Like, see, if money could solve problems, they have the money and they could get more at every point. Like, they could get more. Talk about more money. But do you know the funny thing? Money was not able to solve their issue. I have people who have died. I know, as a nurse, going in the hospital, like working in the hospital, we expose you to a lot of things. Like, I've had people who have died who have money, but you see, money could not solve their issues. There are people suffering from cancer, and they have the money to go for any treatment. In fact, they've been doing health check from beginning, spending the money and everything, and yet the money cannot solve. People who are suffering from different diseases that money cannot solve. And then you now begin to ask yourself, like, you, that your own issue is money. You realize that you, Sefe, your problem is not even as much. But then at the end of the day, it doesn't mean you do not have a right to suffer from mental health issues. Like, doesn't mean you should suffer from mental health issues, yes. But then it should not give you the right to now point somebody and tell somebody that, you, how will you be suffering from mental health issue when you don't have issues now? What's this issue? It's just this one. It's just this. But I'm looking for so money. My money, my issue now is money. My problem now is money. My dear, when you realize that there are people who have this money and they have issues that is way more than money, I think you begin to appreciate life more. You begin to appreciate people more. You begin to appreciate when people even can even come out and say, I need help, I seek help. I think a lot of times we as human beings, we are used to blaming others. We are used to blaming people. We are used to just looking at people and making people feel bad sometimes. I think in my environment in Nigeria, especially, I have a lot of people not backlashing Nigeria, but I've seen it a lot of times whereby people, in the midst of trying to make themselves feel better, tend to make people feel low, and that is actually very, very wrong. I think that God created us humans like in bulk. He didn't just create one human and then put on the head and say it's only you that will be on this earth. Gave man the ability to reproduce and fill up the earth for a reason, because we are meant to be family. We are meant to be people who support people. A lot of time, the people who will support yourself may not necessarily be your family member, may not necessarily share a family bond with you, blood or whatever. Sometimes it can be any other person. It can be somebody that you're not even related to, that can be of help to you. So I think we should live life intentionally. There is no specifics to having one illness. Mental health issue can affect every single person. Like everybody can be prone to mental health issue as long as you're a human being who is alive. So I think one thing we can do is to help one another, help people when you see them with that. In fact, if you're not able to help, like you do not have the knowledge to help, don't make it worse. Don't make it worse. She gets it, because at the end of the day, you realize that you have issues. See, working as a nurse, I thought I had issues. I've seen people who have more issues, and that doesn't mean I do not have a right, or that makes me now not have a right to be depressed or not have a right to feel emotions. Let me put it better in that way. But the thing is that it has made me realize that I could come out from that place. Like there are problems, there are problems in this life, and I do not have a right to point a finger on someone. I think a lot of people, especially in this part of Africa, where mental health, a lot of people still do not believe in mental health issues and things like that. Man, I do hope and I do pray that a lot of people don't get to experience what a lot of people are experiencing, because trust me, it's a lot. So yeah. So I just made this video to just, inform you guys. Like, be nice, be kind. It doesn't hurt to be kind. Well, it can hurt you, but it doesn't take anything from you to continue being nice. Please. Mental health issue is a thing, it's really a thing. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.